अनक अङ्कल है तपाईँ सबैजना ड्याडीसँग अर्कै सम्बन्ध थियो मभन्दा जस चार्ल्स मेन्डेस हाम्रो चाइल्ड हेभन होइन त्यहाँ मेरो ड्याडी पहिला जानुहुन्थ्यो त्यो मैले चाहिँ ड्याडीको विषयमा जे थाहा छ त्यो चाहिँ एउटा स्लाइड ओभरभ्यू मात्रै हो डिटेल्सहरू चाहिँ सबै तपाईँहरूमा हुन्छ ल अब सुरु मेरो ड्याडी चाहिँ कर्नल तेजबहादुर खत्री र नानु माया खत्रीको पहिलो छोरा भएर जन्मिनु भएको थियो त्यही 17 जुलाई 1952 तिर अनि उहाँको सिब्लिङ्स पनि थियो हुनु यङ्गर चाहिँ उहाँको उहाँको भाइ चाहिँ हाम्रो लेट मेजर मोहन खत्री अनि उहाँको बहिनी चाहिँ मेरो ड्याडी र बहिनी लिली डक्टर लिली केसी एज डिफ्रेन्स चाहिँ क्लास 15 इयर्स जति हो ड्याडी र मेरो बहिनीको चाहिँ सरी मेरो आन्टीको लिलीको अनि उहाँ चाहिँ अहिले युएसमा हुनुहुन्छ डक्टर नै हुनुहुन्छ मेरो बुवा चाहिँ यही घरमै हुर्किएको हो पहिला न्युयोर्कमा जन्मेपछि अनि पछि पर्मानेन्टली चाहिँ यही घरमै हो तर कामको हिसाबले चाहिँ मेरो हजुरबा चाहिँ न्युयोर्कमा मिलिट्रीको जागिर भएको हो र उहाँ चाहिँ न्युयोर्कमै बस्नुहुन्थ्यो सानोमा अनि ती जन्मेको तर स्कुलभरि चाहिँ यही घरमा हुर्किएको मेरो ड्याडी चाहिँ अब यसो हेरिकन चाहिँ अब हि वाज भेरी फर्चुनेट है बाई सम लक होइन हि गट द बेस्ट स्कुलिङ नै भन्नुपर्छ त्यस बेलाको लागि अनि अहिलेको लागि पनि होला उहाँलाई चाहिँ सेन्ट जोसेफमा पठाउनु बोर्डर स्कुल रूपमा पठाउनु भएको थियो मेरो हजुरबाले अनि त्यहाँ अब हि मेड युज अफ हिज एजुकेसन उहाँ डिसिप्लिन नै हुनुहुन्थ्यो है मेहनत गर्नुहुन्थ्यो अनि हि एन्डर बिङ द गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट वान्स हि ग्रेजुएटेड unfortunately I haven't been able to match that yet and I'm hoping my sons will do it. I'm not too sure. And then also St. James he got an opportunity to travel for the first time in his life and he was a member of the Boy Scouts. So Australia पुग्नु हो त्यो केही कन्फरेन्सको लागि एन्ड उहाँले चाहिँ त्यहाँ जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ सिडनी अप्रा हाउस बनाएकै थिएन इट वाज अन्डर कन्स्ट्रक्सन अनि स्कुलमा चाहिँ उहाँलाई इलेक्ट्रोनिक्सतिर इन्ट्रेस्ट होइन अनि एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिभिटीहरू पनि गर्नुहुन्थ्यो तर मेन रेडियो इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स त्यो चाहिँ एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्ट भएको मान्छे अनि अलराउन्ड नै हुन्छ स्पोर्ट्समा चाहिँ त्यति राम्रो हुन्थ्यो होइन my father was very quick. He got married at age 11. He chose his wife really quickly. He just saw my mom and decided to marry. I know, mommy. I know. No, it was arranged marriage. I think so when my mom got married, मेरो फुपू लिली auntie she didn't exist. So apparently my grandparents they wanted a daughter, so they had my mom. And then there was a mistake, and Lily auntie came along. So yeah. Now अहिले चाहिँ अब यसलाई चाहिँ अब चाइल्ड म्यारेज नै भनिन्छ है त्यो कुरा चाहिँ आई थिङ्क मेरो ड्याडीलाई चाहिँ अलिकति मेन्टल स्ट्रेस चाहिँ भएको थियो है अनि त्योदेखि नै आई थिङ्क he went through a lot of stress and he had to later on he went visited the doctors, had medicine and all that, so this happened all throughout his life, but he always accepted his weakness. He never kept it away from us. So that was age 11. The next stage of his life was Bible college. Now how did you get here भने जस्तो भयो क्या अब he was born into a strict Hindu family, and now he's at the Bible college. So how did you get here? And there's a big story behind all this, and I think Charles Mendes would know some of it. At school, my father, he wanted to be a doctor, and he had the good grades to be a doctor. But after graduating, he suddenly became sick. He had eye problem, and like now and previously, to be a doctor, you have to study hard. You have to get to a certain level, and he couldn't even spend 5 minutes reading. So that was that caused a lot of anxiety, and he went to all the doctors, he went to all the temples, and it just never got fixed. And it was at this moment, you remember that at St. Xavier's School, there were, I think for some religious exam, there were 2 chapters that he had to read, chapter Mark and Luke. And he being a good student, he read it all to get good grades. So, but the story there of Jesus healing the sick, it struck him then. So he was at the point where he had to give up, and then he said, okay. He started praying to Jesus, reading the Bible, and then he basically, had a bet with God, basically, to say, if you heal me, then I will follow you. So that's how he prayed to Jesus. And slowly, after 15 days, his eyesight started to improve, and he could study more. And then, slowly after a while, then he was fully recovered. But it did mean that he lost a year. And instead of doing medical, he did bachelor, BA, just to keep himself occupied. But that's just not it, As he was growing up, reading the Bible, and he needed to learn more and more. And there was a shop called Santi Bookshop or something, a Christian shop that had more books, and he would visit that regularly. And it was obviously run by Christian brothers. And when they saw that my father was interested, they actually brought him to this church. So this is where he became a Christian, basically. So now, and from here, I think he went to Ganiso Church. He worked as one of the workers, and his main job was to go and preach at other churches outside of Kathmandu. So as he was doing that, people saw that he had a big interest in the Bible, and that he was a good teacher. And I think someone suggested that he should go and study in India, go to a Bible college, and get trained properly. So from wanting to be a doctor Yeah, he basically went towards biblical studies. That's how it all happened. So here, this picture is of us. Oh, that's me. Yeah. How cuter than it. In Yotmal. Okay. And my mom, she was suffering from poverty. You can see this. Okay. So I think after 3 years, my father graduated. And that's the picture. I'm not really that interested in it all. So. Okay. Now, upon returning to Nepal, he went. He was back at Gangster Church, working further, and I didn't realize it then. But my father is actually a vehicle freak. It took me a while to realize that, and you can see the motorcycle. But I think it's not any motorcycle. It's his motorcycle. Okay, because motorcycles don't come with boxes like that. Yeah. He did it himself. I guess. Oh, damn. Okay, this is my father, traveling with Daniel Karthik, somewhere, and having fun, I think. Yeah. In his beloved Suzuki motorbike. So it's difficult for Christians to exist now, and it was difficult for Christians to exist in the past as well. And this is actually, it looks like a group photo, but it's actually inside a police camp, okay? He was in Darulura, running a Bible training session. The police came and accused him of converting others to Christianity, which is an easy thing to do. And they took the whole group and locked them all up. And so my father's there. It looks like they're having a picnic, but it's not a picnic. And from that, he had a lifelong court case that never finished, basically. When the king lost his power, the lawyers stopped going after him, but it's still pending, so it's never finished. His office is still there. So there's still a court case on my father's head, officially. Oh. After coming from India, he saw what the Bible school in India was like. So his vision was to build a Bible school in Kathmandu. And where to build, just build it close to where we are living. So it was Jorpati, he chose that. So he obviously didn't do it himself. He raised funds from people like you guys. And he got the money to buy land and slowly, start the project. So this is in Jorpati. Another picture. Okay, this is Elia Pradhan, Mummy and Elia's wife there. Okay, this is how the Bible school used to look then. This was actually built by an engineer from Finland. Okay, this is the first batch. I guess the first class. Okay, with the two of us. Okay. After building the Bible school, and after being a principal for a few years, obviously, when you're in education, you have to continue to study for some reason, So he had to go and do a PhD. He got a scholarship in Oxford to do a PhD. So this is a picture of him in Oxford. And he never went alone with his family. So I had the privilege of going We all had the privilege of going with him to Oxford. So this is us as a family in Oxford. Okay, my father, he always loved the sun, yeah? So this is him in Oxford, enjoying the sun. In the UK in the past, when we didn't have global warming, the sun would hardly come out there. So when it did come, this is how we celebrate. Even now, just 3 or 4 months ago, we used to go and read up, get all sunburnt, and read the Bible at the top. So if it's dark, it's for that reason. In the UK, my father, tried to save money. So yes, he taught my wife. He taught his wife to cut hairs. Yeah. So yeah. And my mom was cutting hair, until quite recently as well. So now he doesn't have that much hair, so it's not that much of a problem. We also had grandparents visiting. There's a story behind this. When my father became Christian, he was chucked out of the house. He was thrown away. So actually, I was raised around Dilli Bazaar, Jogpati. Not in the main house. And when my father was in the UK, or when we were in the UK, things got reconciled with my grandparents and my father. So this is this is a picture of that, and my aunt is over there. Okay. After, he never, thought that people in Nepal should, live abroad. If you learn something, then you should return, and he applied the same rule to himself. So even though, he would say, even mommy would say that, Oxford was one of the best years of our lives, yeah. But when the time came, he had to return. So he returned. And then he went back to, I think, the Bible school again in Jogpati, and after that, he had another vision, which was to build a library, so that Christian workers from all the colleges can come and get all the books. Otherwise, what we have right now is everyone has their own personal library. No one is sharing information. So the idea was to have a central library. And again, for that, he raised the money. And this is in Noya Banisar, so the land, is not cheap. Yeah, it wasn't cheap then. Now it's not cheap either. So, it had to be central, not remote, not Godavari or anything like that. So he chose Noya Banisar, or the land chose him. I don't know. And so he started this construction. This is a 3-story building, building this library. That's him at the library. After, with all the Maoist problem that we've had in the country, there were people, losing their relatives and all that. So one thing that he did was, one thing that he thought would be useful was to have a prayer and reconciliation, activity, where people can pray about their suffering and then, work on their differences and all that sort of thing. So for that reason, he started a prayer group, and he even went to Rwanda, where there was a big tribal fire warfare between 2 tribes. So he went there to research and to come back and to run something similar, which was reconciliation and prayer. So and then after the Maoists, it's more like praying for the country, because we have plenty of problems. My father, mother, and then there's a big prayer group. You'll know about them later on, I think. Like I said, I only have an overview. I don't know the full story, but but I do know that my father and mother, yeah, they walk up 3 hours or 4 hours at some place to take part in the prayer, yeah, at different churches. Mix of walking, bus, never taxi. I tell my mom, take a taxi. Yeah, getting old. But yeah, my father wouldn't listen. So yeah, this is so he was all very active in this in this prayer movement, and praying was important for him right from the very beginning. Another thing that he liked was that he also liked singing and then writing hymns. I think all of you know his most famous ones. And then, he liked playing a music instrument. So he started off with a guitar, play the piano, even play the sarangi once. So yeah, any musical instrument, he gave it a try. But the guitar, I think he took it to a different level. He learned it seriously, learning all the notation wise. Yeah. And then another part of his life was that he wrote books on biblical commentary. Wrote newspaper articles, mainly in Kashmir Post and Republican current issues. Yeah, I think he annoyed a lot of people. Yeah, with that. The English book that he wrote was actually when he was in Oxford, and you can see the name is different. Sikha is not Ramesh Khatry. Yeah, at that time, we had the king in power, so he used a fake name to publish a book. Okay, so now this is life outside of work. Okay. So this is him on a simple motorbike. It's only 65 cc, but you'll be surprised. He took this motorcycle all throughout Nepal. Okay. This is a family picture. My brother Jeevan, he's in the UK now. My beautiful wife, son Ashray with us. Another family picture. Brother at home. Okay, another one. This is Utkarsh when he was very small. Okay, this is about 4 years ago. We had a family occasion in Nalkot, so this is a picture from there. Okay, so I could spend 8 hours talking about this, but he always upgrade his stuff. If it's a car, you change the dashboard. Yeah, some would say he would destroy the dashboard. Yeah, and then have his own lock system or something. And same with the motorbike. The motorbike you can see has boxes. Yeah, this motorbike only has like 3 liters of fuel. Yeah. But he's expanded the range by having a second tank behind, so maybe about 10 liters more, so it allows him to go wherever he wants to, okay, slowly, but he gets there. And I was told that climbing some of the hills, he had to get off the motorbike because he just wouldn't climb. So very cool. Computer, if you come to our house, all of you are welcome. I'll show you all the computer that he has, all the mess he has there. House electric, plumbing, so if some plumbing gets damaged, he'll just improvise and make it, and then he'll not call the plumber. He will not call the house, he will not call the electrician, he'll just do it for himself, you know. Yeah, this is him repairing. Also, we had this car, and he allowed me to, drive it at a later age. This is us with a old vehicle that gave us a lot of problem, but still he kept on repairing it. This is us with another vehicle, Land Rover. This was better. Okay. Now we are just going back to what he's done. 40 years ago he built the Bible school, and today it looks like this. Okay, so my father may have done 1, 2, 3. I think we have done 3 floors, but the rest have been done by new landlords of the place. So congratulations. But yeah, he laid the building blocks for this. It looks beautiful. And this is actually, there used to be a basketball court right here. So this is in Jolpati. This is the art and library as it looks right now. So this was started 40 years ago, and this is what it looks like right now. Yeah, and this was started 20 years ago, and this is what it looks like right now. So I think you can sum up my father's life by 2 main projects, which is the Bible school in Jolpati and the art and library. If he had another 10 years, he might do more, but who knows? Okay, we are coming to the last days of his life. Yeah. Just one thing that I would like to say, and I should say it right now, is that believe it or not, none of his property is in my name. Okay, I wish it was, because I'll be like 30 crore richer. Yeah, and my son will be really excited right at this moment. But it's not in my name. So this has been transferred over to NCF. Yeah, so it all belongs to you all. Yeah, and my father, and we expect you guys to look after this. Okay, we do not plan to interfere. Yeah, on how it's run. Yeah, we hope that it's run in the best way that my father would want it, which is the Bible school should be there forever. Not being sold and moved elsewhere. Yeah, it should be run as he would like it. Yeah, and I think as most people would like it. Okay, yeah. So this is important. Okay, I mean, if my father wanted us to benefit personally, then he would not do the transfer that he did. Okay, and this land I think belonged to 3 Christian people. Pastor Mongum was being one. Yeah, and I think some Mrs. Rana, whom I don't know personally, but I mean they all agreed and they transferred the land into NCF. Yeah, so that it doesn't belong to just one person or one family. It belongs to you all. Okay. So if something goes wrong here, I think you all should have to stand up and speak out, okay? And it's the same for ATEN, okay? And this doesn't belong to me either, or to us, yeah? It belongs to the ATEN, NGO, yeah? So my father, has managed to leave. ATEN actually, went through some financial problem, yeah? And how did he fix it? He prayed to God and he gave half his all his savings, yeah, to keep this thing running. Okay, at one point. Okay, that's how he did it. Yeah. It may have honored mom, but he still did it. Okay. So that he didn't do the sacrifice just so that some other people would grab it and make some financial gain out of it. Yeah, he did it so that this building will remain for you all guys. Okay, so that you can all go, gain knowledge. Have somewhere you can You can reach, socialize with like-minded people. Yeah. So I think my father's main wish would be that for this, and I wish, I think, and most people here's wish would be for this two organizations to be run forever, yeah, and not disturbed, not broken up, yeah. Because I think, my father's trusted the next generation of people, yeah, and you can only get the next generation of people to trust you if you behave in the manner that's suitable. Okay, yeah. I mean, you all trust my father, yeah. But I mean, if the next owners can't be trusted, then no other Christian will ever do what my father did, because no one can be trusted. Okay, so I think this is important. I'm sorry if this feels a bit tough or negative, but it's my time to say it, and I'll say it right now, because after this, with my father not being here, we may not have that much of a voice. Okay. Okay, so now to more enjoyable stuff. This is like the last 1 year of his life. My father got diagnosed with cancer 8 months ago, around February. To cut a long story short, it was just during an operation, everything got revealed, and it was 4-stage cancer. Yeah. But my father obviously didn't know the full story, because here, doctors don't tell the patient, they tell the family. So my father was really positive, and we are positive as well. Because I mean, if my father could be healed and become a Christian, why can't my father be healed right now from this cancer? So we are all positive. So the doctor told us, if my father responds to chemo, it is 2 years life expectancy, others is 1 year. And I thought, doctor, you don't know my father. My father exercises, he walks 16 kilometers per day. He's not a normal chap. He can fight this cancer for the next 10 years. He's only 70 years. I'm sure my father could have lived to the next 80 years. That's how I felt. But I mean, doctors have other sets of insights that we don't have. But anyway, he never gave up hope. He always thought that he'd be better. So this was his last birthday. We celebrated. And you can see that he's getting a little bit weaker, a little bit thinner. This is after a number of chemotherapies. So as you have chemotherapy, it drains you a little bit, and then once you have a gap, you gain your weight, and it happens like that. So this was at a final family function, we have to say. My father, I don't know, he lost his sense of style. Look at the specs, it's wrong color. My father was always happy. So even in the last month, or even last week, I think this picture is just it's like 7 days old or something. My father could still find the energy to smile. Okay. Sometimes the worst aspects, brings out the best in people, and my elder son and younger son, really looked after their grandson as they call him, really well. Yeah. In fact, better than me, in some cases. So I think, I was proud, and I think my father would also be proud. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people, that came in. I may have heard the name, but I don't actually know them, personally, because my father's life was a bit different to mine. Yeah, like father, like son. That's not quite true in our case, unfortunately. We are different people. So yeah, the friends that he has, I don't know, they're not really my friends, sort of thing. But so yeah, it was a bit. It was a wonderful, surprise, and to see so many people coming in and visiting him, being concerned about him. Yeah, and yeah, so I've forgotten his name. Sorry, but he came all the way from Dhading that morning. So, and yeah, I think he's a third batch of of Bible school, so one of the early students. So this is NCFN, praying for my father. Yeah. Yeah. One thing that I just have to apologize, because it seems like all the pictures are there of my father's friends, and where are all the relatives, I think yeah, sorry, I think we tend to ignore our close relatives at times like this. So I didn't take any photos of them coming, but be assured, my mama, Maizu, my cousins from Arubari, they all came, but because they were too close, I guess I didn't take any photos, unfortunately. So thank you for everyone. Yeah. Lastly, he never stopped smiling, and even now in his final resting place in the coffin, I can see his smile here. I don't know how that was done, but he is smiling. I was commenting to my sons. And one thing that he told Roshni after a big operation, cancer operation, he just lifted his hand and said, from Bible 2 verses 12 and 9, which was that, my grace is sufficient for you. And I've written in Nepali if you want to read that. So what that means is that, whether my father, whether he was going to be healed or not, it didn't really matter, because God's love was sufficient here. So he was willing to accept 100% recovery, or he was willing to accept further illness in his health. He accepted what God's will is for him. So this is, I think this is about it for my father. So thank you for listening. Thanks. My auntie from the US has sent a message, and I'll allow Roshni to read that.
जय मसीह सबैजनालाई। लिली आन्टी ड्याडीको बहिनी, उहाँले आज बिहान यो फ्युनरलमा म आउन सकिनँ, अनि उहाँ चाहिँ केही हप्ता अगाडि आएर 10 दिन जति ड्याडीसँग समय बिताएर फर्किनु भएको थियो, र उहाँले चाहिँ आज बिहान यो मेसेज चाहिँ एकचोटि फ्युनरलमा रिड गरिदिनु होला भनेर पठाउनु भएको थियो, र त्यही म हजुरहरूको सामने रिड गर्न गइरहेको छु। Dearest God, I know my brother is with you in peace, bliss, light, and love. Thank you for giving him as my brother Ramesh Dai in his life. We had a turbulent life, but childhood memories made during those formative years is powerful. Those memories of brother-sister love, his guidance and upliftment have made the committed to him मेरो हाइट अलिक सानो भएको भएर okay. So, but the childhood memories made during those formative years is powerful. Those memories of brother-sister love, his guidance and upliftment have made the committed to him as his ever-loving sister through all the challenges of our lives. As a child, when I looked to him for advice, he told me to the truth always. When my time came to enter school, our parents were thinking, what is the use of sending children to the best schools and learning English? Ramesh Dai and Mohan Dai both stood up for me. They went to St. Xavier's, so they urged parents to send me to an equally good school, St. Mary's. I remember Ramesh Dai taking me on his motorcycle to St. Mary's and taking to the nuns to get me admitted there. Thus, Ramesh Dai put me early in the right path. 15 years younger than him, I used to look up and dote on him and follow Ramesh Dai and Santi Bhauju around. He generously used to carry both Shanti Bhauju and me on his motorbike. I remember going to churches, bank, already picnics with him and Bhauju. Through him, I got introduced to and started loving music. We used to listen to Ambar Gurung, his music teacher, Jim Reeves, and gospel songs. He inspired me to be a bookworm like him. When I came home from St. Mary's, I used to love going to his study, library with all our four walls filled with books, and I would spend hours reading it. In the larger scale, I am so proud he stood for women's rights and equal education. He was a victim of child marriage. He was committed to one husband, one wife. He fought for religious freedom. I'm so proud that he was a great swimmer. I often remember him as I swim. I'm so sorry. I'm proud he was a writer and writing so many books. I've often talked to my daughters about him. I'm so proud he wrote columns in Kathmandu Post and Kantipur. I'm so grateful Ramesh Dai and Santi Bhauju have two wonderful sons whom Ramesh Dai poetically named Ujjwal and Jeevan. Now we have Roshni in our lives and Utkarsh and Ashray. I know Ramesh Dai will always be with us just as Bua, Mua and Mohan Dai. Thank you.
Namaste. सम्पूर्ण आदरणीय जनहरूलाई जयमसी। मलाई आज यो बहुमूल्य समय दिएर मेरो आदरणीय हृदयको दुई शब्द व्यक्त गर्ने अवसर दिनु भएकोमा धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। सर्वप्रथम परमेश्वरप्रति अत्यन्त धन्यवादी छु। उहाँले मेरो आदरणीय श्रीमान डाक्टर रमेश खत्रीज्यूलाई यो संसारबाट कष्ट र पीडाबाट छुटकारा दिएर सुन्दर स्वर्ग राज्यमा उहाँलाई लानुभएको छ। यस परिस्थितिमा हामी सबै शोकपूर्ण अवस्थामा छौँ, तर परमेश्वरको वचनले हामीलाई शक्ति, शान्ति, उत्साह दिनुभएको छ। उहाँ बिरामी भएको समयदेखि हिजोको दिनसम्म हजुरहरूले प्रार्थना गरेर हामीलाई त्यो अवस्थामा हजुर शान्ति, ढास र परमेश्वरको अनुग्रहमा समाजलाई हरेक कुरामा साथ र सल्लाह सहायता गर्नुभएकोमा म हजुरहरूप्रति हामी सपरिवार हृदयदेखि नै धन्यवादी छौँ। आजको यस अन्त्येष्टि कार्यक्रमको निम्ति उपस्थिति पास्टर अग्रज्यूहरू साथै मण्डली परिवार र दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनी र परिवारजन आफन्तहरूले आफ्नो अमूल्य समय दिएर मेहनत परिश्रम गर्नुभएको छ। उहाँहरू सबैप्रति म र मेरो परिवार धन्यवादी व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। हजुरहरूको प्रार्थनाको शक्ति लिएर उहाँ बिरामी अवस्थामा हुनुहुँदा पनि कुनै किसिमको कष्ट पीडा कठिनाइ महसुस गर्नु भएन। स्वर्गीय डाक्टर रमेश खत्री आज हाम्रो माझमा शारीरिक रूपमा अनुपस्थित भए तापनि हाम्रो उहाँको असल कार्य उच्च सोच साथै समग्र राष्ट्र र साहित्यप्रतिको प्रयोगको कारण उहाँ सधैँ हाम्रो माझमा जीवित रहनु भएको छ। यो सम्पूर्ण विषयको लागि म परमेश्वरलाई धन्यवादको श्रेय दिन्छु। परमेश्वरलाई अन्तमा हजुरहरूको बहुमूल्य उपस्थितिको लागि र हार्दिक धन्यवाद दिँदै यो मेरो 2 शब्द यतिमै टुङ्गाउँछु। परमेश्वरले तपाईहरू सबैलाई आशिष दिनुभएको होस् र परमेश्वरलाई महिमा होस्। आमेन। हस्, सबैजनालाई फेरि पनि धन्यवाद आइदिनु भएको लागि र विशेष गरी उहाँको सुरु क्रिस्चियन जीवनको सुरु यही चर्चमा आएर प्रार्थना गरेर सुरु भएको थियो र अन्त पनि यही चर्चमा आएर भएको छ। सबैलाई धन्यवाद।
धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद शान्ति भाउजूलाई। र अब हामी अन्तिम प्रार्थना म अनुरोध गर्नु पर्यो हाम्रो पास्टर डाक्टर फिलोमन छेत्री यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँले अन्तिम प्रार्थना र बेनिडिक्सन गरिदिनु हुन म अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु। त्यस पश्चात हामी लाइन लगाएर यहाँनिर हामी यो माल्य अर्पण गर्ने हजुर यो माल्य अर्पण गर्नेमा चाहिँ पहिला परिवारलाई हामी समय दिन्छौँ। त्यस पश्चात हामी बिस्तारी लाइन लागेर हामी गर्छौँ। त्यस पश्चात हामी बाहिर गाडीबाट हामी भवनमा लगेपछि चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ यहाँबाट पशुपतिको आर्यघाट जुन चाहिँ क्रिमेटरी हल छ त्यसमा जानेछौँ।
आउनुहोस् हामी सबैजना प्रार्थना गरौँ। परमपिता परमेश्वर, पुत्र पवित्र आत्मा परमेश्वर, हामी आफ्नो शिरहरू तपाईँको सामनेमा फेरि पनि झुकाउँदछौँ, दण्डवत गर्छौँ, निहुरन्छौँ र तपाईँलाई आदर गर्छौँ। हामी तपाईँलाई धन्यवाद दिन्छौँ। हाम्रा दाई कतिका भाइ कतिका प्रभुजी विभिन्न साइनो तर डाक्टर रमेश खत्रीलाई तपाईँले प्रभुजी जीवन रहन्जेलसम्म जुन प्रकारले प्रयोग गर्नुभयो धेरैको लागि क्रिस्चियन मण्डलीहरूको लागि आशिषको कारण तपाईँले बनाउनु भयो र तपाईँको आफ्नो समयमा स्वर्गको सुखमय धाममा तपाईँले हिजोको दिन बोलाउनु भयो। त्यसको लागि हामी तपाईँलाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छौँ। आज हामी जतिजना यहाँ आउन सक्यौँ यो अन्त्येष्टिको समयमा अन्तिम संस्कारको समयमा भाग लिनका लागि हामी सबैमाथि अनुग्रह गर्नुभयो। धन्यवाद छ। फेरि पनि प्रभु म उहाँका परिवारका हरेक सदस्यहरूका लागि विशेष गरी भाउजू छोराहरू र सम्बन्धित व्यक्तिहरू छोरी सबैको लागि हामी तपाईँसँग प्रार्थना गर्छौँ। तपाईँको शान्तिले, तपाईँको स्वर्गीय शान्तिले सान्त्वना दिएर तपाईँले राख्नुहोस् र उहाँले प्रभुजी देखाउनु भएको बाटो, उहाँ हिँड्नु भएको बाटोमा हिँड्नका लागि र अझै धेरै केही गर्नका लागि एउटा आँट र साहस तपाईँले दिनुहोस्। हाम्रो यही प्रार्थना छ, अन्तर्विन्ती छ, तपाईँले नै सहायता गरिबक्सनुहोस्। पिता परमेश्वर, अहिले जति रहल कार्यक्रमहरू बाँकी छ त्यसमा तपाईँको अनुग्रह र आशिष रहेको होस्, तपाईँको कृपा रहेको होस् र तपाईँको महिमा भएको होस्। प्रार्थना सुन्नुभएको लागि तपाईँलाई धेरै धन्यवाद छ। अब परमेश्वर पिताको प्रेम, प्रभु येशू ख्रिस्टको अनुग्रह, पवित्र आत्माको शान्ति अनि सहभागिता विशेष गरिकन डाक्टर रमेशको परिवार र हामी सबैको साथमा आज अनि आजदेखि उसो सदा सर्वदा बनिरहोस्। आमेन।